Welcome to CIOTV.live, a production of Accent Info Media. In the series of asking questions to the CXOs, including the CIOs, CFOs, and CEOs, I'm today asking the same question, similar question to Mr. Pramod Sharda, CEO, IceWarp India and Middle East. Let me give you a perspective of what Pramod does. Pramod is a vast experience in setting up, managing, and running IT business, including business unit leadership, business planning and profit and loss ownership, product development, product pricing, go-to-market strategy, sales and business development, project management, and large pan-India projects, data center and core IT infrastructure, operations and management, customer experience management, revenue and assurance within the company. Beside that, Pramod is a health and fitness freak, and many people draw inspiration from him to be fit, not only in the professional life, but in the personal life. So, Pramod, warm welcome to you to CIOTV.live.
Thanks, Sanjay. My pleasure to be here today. And thanks a lot for the nice, kind words. I'm happy that I can be some inspiration to some people in life today. Thanks a lot for that kind words. Pleasure's mine, Sanjay.
Thank you, Pramod, for sparing so much of time. The first question is, I've been seeing IceWarp growing from strength to strength, but I do not have, or many of our audience do not have the knowledge about the genesis and the growth of IceWarp, how it started, what are the vision of the company, think tank behind it.
Okay. My pleasure again to share all this good information with you, Sanjay, and also to the viewers over here. As a company, IceWarp, the brand is IceWarp, and the company is also called IceWarp. And IceWarp is a company established in Prague, Czech Republic, the world's one of the most beautiful cities in the world, in Europe and world, I would say, and the largest tourist visited country in the world. And being a Czech company, perfection, engineering is the heart of Europe, and Czech is known for that, basically. So it's almost 20 years. IceWarp is in existence right now, and in this 20 years, I would say the only mantra has been eat, sleep, breathe, think. Email collaboration. I would say, and it was email earlier, like 20 years back. It was just purely simple vanilla email, just a pure email. And from email, it went to communication first, actually, I would say, not collaboration, because that was the time where fax or telex was used, those days. I don't know whether people in this today in the world even would relate to this word like telex and fax. But yes, 20 years back, the whole world was dependent on telex and fax for email communication, and email was not at all there. And so it was always email, which started before, and from email, the communication part of it, the experience of sending having a call with somebody on a VoIP call, having somebody to see you on a video, having to do a meeting online, even an audio meeting online was a very fancy, the very fancy thing over there. So IceWarp evolved from email to communication platform, and then to a collaboration platform. So journey of email to communication to collaboration platform is a journey which has a lot of changes, a lot of twists in terms of technology, in terms of innovation. So innovation has been the key of IceWarp from its day one. So IceWarp believed in innovation. Companies in Europe are not like US, not like companies in America. Europe companies, they will make the best product, but they are not the best in marketing. And the US companies, they will be the best in marketing. They will make you believe that it exists. But the product is not like that. So I would say the passion is always there to create the best product, the best engineering product over there. And IceWarp has done phenomenally great about this aspect over here. And that is the reason today I'm able to give an interview today to you, because that is the reason the product has evolved over the of 2 decades and able to compete against the likes of G Suite and likes of Microsoft Office 365. So to reach to a place today in a market and proclaim that IceWarp is the true alternative and only alternative to the two biggest platforms in the world, and the G Suite and Office 365, it's a big statement by itself. It does reflect that kind of investments, money poured in for innovation, constant innovation, vision to keep on doing the development right now, to live up with the technology ahead or near to technology example. So it's a big journey. So having said so, ISOP then grew to have its own offices worldwide. From Europe, from Prague, it blossomed to, I think the first office after Prague was US. So we have
Mhm.
we have office in US from last almost I guess 12 years, 12 to 13 years. We are in US market right now, and so from there, so, and then the journey started to expand. When the product was there, the demand came in, and it was selling online. People are demanding online. People are coming online from different countries, and slowly and
Mhm.
slowly, we thought wherever it is strategic, we have an office. Wherever it is not strategic, we'll have a distributor or a partner to work for us in the country. Today, IceWarp is available in 55 countries right now. We are selling in 55 countries right now, and we are proclaiming that we are having 51 million people using IceWarp worldwide at this moment right now. These are people who are using IceWarp worldwide right now, and so expansion happened globally in terms of offices. We have all the major countries. Only a country called China. We are not there right now. Rest,
Mhm.
rest. I think we are everywhere, almost everywhere. Africa, all the continents we are there right now. So that's the growth part, and then the biggest growth happened, or biggest story which happened. Uh, there are three biggest, I would say, milestones in ISO history, which happened. The first thing is to think about developing own technology for cloud. You know, that stage in 2015 is the year when I joined ISWAP. 14, 15 year I was in ISWAP, and when I went to Prague and met the team, met the core team members, I was excited. I was thrilled, shocked to see a company like this of stature is building a technology which was not called cloud before. That in those days it was called hosting. So the idea was that ISWAP can be taken and implemented in any data center worldwide and can be given a service to a local country. That was the whole idea. It had a
Mhm.
complete integrated platform, like how Google and these guys today have it. So the word cloud came later on actually, but that was the thing, that the thought process. That moment, it was demonstrated to us. It was told to us, this is going to come. I said, great, that's fantastic. So that's the first thing, which is the biggest thing that I would say a milestone. The second milestone was when we introduced the collaboration, and the biggest thing from collaboration was also the Office docs, the Word, Excel, PowerPoint in the web client of our web
Mhm.
client, and
Mhm.
also give it as a desktop application. The minute we did that, it created a bigger market worldwide for us, because today, with that one thing, we could create a new phenomena, saying that there is something called a power user and a non-power user. That this is something we started educating customers, companies worldwide. So people said, what is power user and non-power user? The power user is somebody who can demand, and he'll get whatever he demands, whether he needs it or not needs it, example.
Mhm.
Or the company thinks that he should have it, example.
Okay.
And a non-power user is basically, he is only and only limited himself to the office hours, and he will come and go and do his job, and that's it. The life finishes over there, example. But the power users are 24/7, the sales team or the management team, the middle management team, example, the heads over there, example. But if you look at the back office, customer service, administration, the finance team, they simply have to work within the office parameters only. That's all, completely. And these people, non-power users, actually spend more time on a daily basis on companies' internal systems. Can be ERP, can be a CRM, can be an HR application, whatever they are working right now. And email is just a side application to use and see email. That's all.
Mhm.
They will never do email, voice calls. They will never do video calls. They will never do chat. Because the primary job they do every day is doing their primary application. The whole day they're working on that application over there right now. But the power users actually use more of communication, more of emails, more of chat over there, and they do not even touch the primary applications over, example. So when we brought this thought process in the CIO community and company across worldwide, that really, really clicked. And that brought us tremendous growth, tremendous business, because that created a new case study that
mm,
two different email systems can run in hybrid in one company. So, example, let's take, you may have uh, abc.com. Now,
mm,
abc.com is a domain name, and you may have 20% people working on that, on example Google or on Office example, and you have 80% people working on IceWarp. But the domain name is same. It doesn't change.
mm,
People can communicate. People can see their address book. They can do whatever they want. But two different email systems running on one single domain name, working absolutely, that's called hybrid. That's called absolutely working fine. So earlier people were reluctant. They were expecting this will work or not work. There will be delays, there will be traffic flow, there will be a lot of issues. But slowly and slowly, it picked up and it became like a fire. And today, I would say that, we have 60 to 65% of customers today who are using hybrid. And I'm proud to say that in hybrid, we have the lion's share. Like 90% people are using IceWarp, and 10% example would be over here. Example, let's say IDFC Bank. Now, IDFC Bank has example 1,000, 2,000 people example on Office 365, but they have 4,500 people on using IceWarp example. Like Alchem Laboratories, they have 1,000 people, 1,200 people on Google, G Suite example for the power users. But
mm,
the entire field staff, the post staff, the factories, everybody is, so around 15,000 people are using IceWarp right now. So we have the lion's share in the company's messaging platform, basically.
okay.
So that is the story we built. Uh,
Mm,
and the third milestone which came was to introduce Team Chat.
mhm,
This was even when people were not even aware of Teams, never heard from
mm,
for example. So we were much ahead of that, because IceWarp management, IceWarp team, innovation team believed that one day, they still believe that one day people will not use email more. They will stop using less email, less, and they would like to collaborate more, basically. Because what is the email purpose? Because one email, to work and see what is the trail of the email, you to select and go 10 places and find out,
mm,
and you lose track of that. So ISOP is having a thought process that, in future, someday, email traffic will go down, and more of the chat and communicate collaboration. And this was something like a present sales for me to run a business and see sales. This is like good to talk, but I need money, I need business to generate. So I was like, okay, fine, good idea to have, But I could see in the pandemic, it was immediately adopted by anybody and everybody of any size of company, small, big, medium, everybody. The team chat was a savior for all customers. When we were marketing, when we were doing sales, we were telling them you should use this module. They said, okay, fine. They never tried it, never used it. People who were smart, people who were intelligent, and they knew about it, they were using it. But we had a large customer base who had it, who bought it. They had it, but they were not using it. And this is something was the biggest winning point for IceWarp during pandemic. We had it. It was
mm.
perfectly having all the ingredients to go to market for the users, and it hit very, very well at the right time. So, three milestones I would say had changed the fortunes of IceWarp. And of course, yes, the underlying fact of all of them is what? The cloud story. So, investments in India we have done are huge. I would say, as in today, when we talk right now, we have close to spend around close to close to $5 million at least we spent right now already. So 5 million,
Mm.
five to $6 million are gone right now already investing in India right now with the data centers what we have, and it's more and more. So we have two of them in India, and third one we are just going to announce very soon, which might happen very soon also. So that's the growth happening. So we know 17, late 17 we started the first data center, 2000 early 19 the second one, and now we already prepared the third one. So that stays by itself. And all each data center we are putting more capacities basically over there. So that is the broader growth story I would say overall five.
Okay, now you said three aspect which kick-started or changed the market scenario for ISWAP. Now, the names in the industry, those people who are in competition are very big companies. They are already into the cloud, already into larger database data, customer mindset also. So is it the technology advantage or the pricing advantage? What was it that, or your team's personal approach, personal relationship with the CIOs or the customers, even with the partners, that changed the ecosystem and putting you on a growth path. You are growing, you are investing more and more, as you are saying that you'll have a third data center coming soon. So what was it beyond the three internal excellence that you have?
Okay. Uh, I think the first was the personal connect, because the personal connect ensured that the message
Hmm.
reached out properly to the CIO, CTO community, which was very, very important.
Right.
Because we always believed in IceWarp, we always believed and that price cannot be the prime factor for any discussion.
Hmm.
Because every organization today, small or big, national, internationally, have the deep pockets to spend money for their businesses. So going and telling somebody you can save money is not the story. So we never took that path. We never went that path at all. We went the path of value creation. And the value creation path only could happen with personal connects. So we 2017 when we put the cloud with a very small, I still remember it's a small cloud, very very small cloud as an experiment,
Hmm.
and we participated in the first. So 2017 we actually went to the market. We went openly in the market. That's the time we started going in the market everywhere.
Hmm.
And when we met the CIOs in the events, because we were there in almost every practical every event from that day onwards until the last year, until the pandemic hit us. We were almost in every partner event, CIO event. The message was value creation. So what is the value creation? The value creation is that the first question was that what is the power user, non-power user? And that is the strategy, that is the message made CIOs realize that yes, all what ITOM is saying, it makes sense. So do we accept this fact or we don't accept the fact? Or we live with the fact because our company, because we are in a better position right now, the company is already having this brand right now, they're okay. But there were so many CIOs who took the plunge, who that time told us, it's a risk. And they were willing to hold payments, they were willing to hold backers and on legal agreements and this and that. If something goes wrong, then we will be liable. And we said, don't worry, we are not a small company, we are a large company worldwide. We know what we're doing. We are there in India. We've done the investment right now. We just need an opportunity to serve you. That changed the whole dynamics because we were then talking to them and giving them the assurance. So the assurance was there. The investments in the data center was already done. So the faith was there. And people, it was surprising. People were actually, nobody would come and see a data center. They know a data center.
Mhm.
The place we are hosting right now, they know
Hmm.
that the data center, and some of them had their own equipment right now there anyway. But they
Hmm.
came and they came to see our racks. Show your rack.
Hmm.
What do you have right now? Example. So all they could
Hmm.
see is just light blinking over there. But it was a satisfaction assurance for them right now. So I would say that the personal connect did make a difference. The value creation mantra did make a very big impact on people because the TCO was showing in some cases 65%, 67%. We couldn't believe ourselves. We couldn't believe ourselves because and we thought like, are we selling cheap?
Hmm.
That was the mind, that was the thought. But and we told ISO headquarters like I think we should change the price. They said no. We are a Europe company. Let's do a proper business, ethical business. If we have a price in the market, we should follow the price. And all this approach made a big difference to customers when you went to customers. Third thing, I think the third thing I would say the constant presence across
Hmm.
all the channels, made the trust factor grow.
Yeah.
When your brand is not known and you are available in every event where you're present, you're accessible. I made myself I was aware, I was accessible to everybody. So it makes people confidence go up very very high. And the case study is what we had. So month by month, when we started having case study with us, the trust went up. The CIOs were very happy. The support was very happy. They started messaging to each other in the community, in the WhatsApp group or WhatsApp community or CIOs community, and it changed the entire thing for us.
Okay. So perfect. So I think more than the technology, more than the the strength in the product. It is, I mean, this is something to learn from you. It is the relationship which matters a lot. There, of course, there are products which technology products with the behind inbuilt technology, the outperforming capability of the product that makes a particular solution stand out. But relationship matters. Okay, from this, let me move to the next one. You have been growing for last 5 years. What has been your growth? What is the percentage of growth that you are assuming, year on year? And what is the global revenue now? In today, as of today, maybe for this financial year.
Okay. Well, globally, I think the ISOP as a company globally, we are close to now close to 400 to 450 million dollars. That is something what we I believe. That's what
Okay.
450 is something I think what we have also done the last
Uh-huh.
last December, not this year because this year we don't have the annual meeting happen. So I think
Obviously.
that's what we are. So that's what we are having growing over there. And I think ISOP overall, I think we are. If you look at the whole global business, I think we're growing close to 25 to 27%. I think globally, that's what we are. That's what the range we are going in the jump. We are seeing the growth on a year basis. India is a small baby. It's just like 5 years for us, I would say. And actually, 5 years out of 5 years, I would say the last 3 years are the actual years we actually had been in the race now. We have just, I would say,
Hmm.
the play started. That's for 3 years back. In 3 years' time, I think we have done I believe we have done a fair amount of uh, acquisition of customers, success stories, what we have built up right now, and India is growing. I would say because of the number and because we have less numbers, the percentage look very high. Example, so we are growing almost like a close to 180% right now, and which is okay because of the numbers. But I believe the next 5 years, the growth rate can be maintained to still would maintain to 80 to 100% every year.
Hmm.
We would double every year because of the sheer size of the country. India is a large country, uh, 1.35 billion people, uh, 460 million people who are actually email users.
Hmm.
Out of the 1.35 billion people, we have a data which is on the web, on the internet also, which says that the commercial market of email in India is close to around 460 million users in India using any kind of email services, basically, all
Hmm.
mixed together,
Hmm.
government, enterprise, everybody together. So big country, cloud is getting adopted, still getting adopted. We may think it is already there everywhere. It's not everywhere. People are
Hmm.
still moving, migrating over there. Right, step by step is happening over here. So who are moving very fast? Actually, you'll be surprised. SMB is moving very fast, very very
Hmm.
fast. Enterprise is still slow.
Hmm.
Enterprise, corporate, enterprise are still slow because the bureaucracy is there, because of the whole ecosystem of the approvals and system and thought process. But SMB is the fastest adoption of the cloud right now, and we
Hmm.
see that is going very very fast over here. So that's the way I think the growth is there. So next 5 years, I believe 80 to 100% is something we are definitely looking at.
Okay, if I can guess, would it be 10% of India contribution to the global revenue, or more than that, or less
I
than that?
no, I think it's around close to 8.5% right now.
8.5, 8 to 8.5. So
Exactly.
less than, I mean, almost like 40 million business you are doing out of India.
Correct. Exactly.
For right. So how much to in order to achieve that goal, or globally another 450 million, how much time would you take? Because the way the digital disruption happening, cloud adoption happening, are you expecting to achieve in next 2 years time, or even it can be possible in 1 year's time?
Optimistically, if you ask me, even I am also thinking of the kind of growth we have seen in pandemic.
Hmm.
Is a very surprising factor. Like we were busy, we were making acquisitions, customers were calling us. We had to call HP, who's our partner for hardware, again and
Okay.
again to request them to ship hardware to us, make the airfare, like whatever to do, have to do, because we had to put more and more infrastructure in immediately, because we do not have a policy of having data out of India. We have a data in India only. we respect the privacy law of India, and we ensure every data, every bit and byte is stored in India. So we had to do that. So I think the way the trend is now, and after because of the pandemic, I believe it should be just 3 years time to make it happen again. That's it. 3 years is by all factors. I think 3 years is decent time to make it again happen.
I mean, another disruption, I think it will shrink to less time frame. I mean,
Exactly,
less than
exactly,
3 years.
exactly.
Okay. Now, coming to the competition, what are the advantages? What is the kind of ease of usage, or what ISWAP offers to the customers? Why customers are so fast moving into ISWAP platform? Of course, you might be catching up, or catching hold of the greenfield market, but migration is also another space where you will be looking at the existing customers of other competition platform migrate themselves to your platform. So what are you offering technologically? uh, what is it?
Okay. Um, I think the biggest uh, one of the reasons we see of today that every CIO CTO is looking at ISWAP is uh, we offer for masses and
Hmm.
classes. That's
Okay.
what that will say. So we have options. So we have plans. We have services which can be used by masses.
Mm.
When I say masses, example like people, there are different category of companies, category of customers who would want. So we have able to relate that what category of customers we would like to use what, and we are not forcing them to buy something which they don't want to use or they will not use. Example, you got the idea.
Mm.
So today, I would say the biggest value proposition what we have right now with us to offer is that we fit in each pocket and in each vertical. So each disturbance somewhere. Okay. So I think so we can fit in each pocket and each vertical everywhere. So if you go to
Mm.
let's say somebody may have example like 10,000 people, and he would just want them to enable on email platform. He has a simple requirement of email platform, good, strong, sturdy base to be running over right now. He may not require all the features. So we have a customer like that. Somebody would want all the suite. He would want a
Mm.
desktop suite. He would want a web client, mobile app, security, everything. Example. So we have option for that. Example. Somebody would want example, uh, uh, you know, uh, more focusing on the mobile device management. Example. So we
Mm.
have IceWarp. So we are having plans which can be offered to any kind of customers, any type of customers, any size of customers, and price, of course, yes, is the biggest thing, because it's not cheap. It's about the price. Example, like
Mm.
nobody in India is able to offer the product category what we have right now, with a plan of 1 GB at a price
Mm.
of 399 per month. Sorry, per annum. So at a price of 399 rupees on a yearly basis, you are able to get 1 GB of storage space right now, and
Mhm.
you are able to use maximum services of ISWAP. And you will be surprised, Sanjay. You will say, what is 1 GB Pramod? It is nothing. But
Mm.
today, if you take a company of let's say 10,000 people, and ISWAP today is giving something called space consolidation. So when you take 1 GB from us and we give you 10,000 mailboxes, you actually are having 100 terabytes of data to be consolidated and reuse, redefine, resize it, and give to your users. For example, you may give somebody 10 GB, somebody give 1 GB. Example. That is the biggest benefit today we're able to give to customers. The whole cost comes down, because, for example, in other competition right now, they have a fixed package. You buy
Mm.
this and you get this one. That's all. There's nothing you can do in that. And examples, let's say in those services, if let's say Sanjay has a mailbox of 30 gigabytes or 50 gigabytes, example,
Mm.
and let's take he is using almost 45%, sorry, or
Mm.
40 gigabytes, almost like 90%. And in Sanjay's office, there is somebody in finance, somebody in accounts, and they use hardly 5% of the entire mailbox size. But Sanjay needs more
Okay.
space. Sanjay needs more space right now. So he has to go to the competition and ask for more space and pay more money. And those guys who are not using just not even 5%, their space will
Mm.
be left like that. So with
Mm.
us, you don't do that. It's a criminal waste of money, right? Example. So we give you all this possibilities over here right now. So this is something which is helping customers a lot. So they are not forced to buy 5 gigabyte, 10 gigabyte, 20 gigabyte plans from us. They can buy 1 gigabyte or 5 gigabyte, and they are very happy. So the whole TCO goes down just by this one different factor over there immediately over here.
Okay.
That's one point. Second point, we are in India. We are in India means we actually are in India. We're not like having a, you can do a, when you check on the web, you show India, but we are having data in India, residing in India, located in India right now. So we have a fantastic latency to access our servers in email.
Mm.
That's very, very important right now, because when you open an email, you want to
Mm.
open right away immediately. You want to
Mm.
access the mobile, you want to access immediately right now, example. So we are in India right now, and that makes a big difference for people. Second. Third, what is the most important differentiating factor what we have right now? We are able to give services to enterprise customers as their own private cloud.
Mm.
Let's take a BPO company or a bank today, right now. They need high level security. They need their own private cloud environment. So we are a public cloud service providers, but on the public cloud, they want their own zone. They want their own zone with their own VLAN, own networking, their lease lines coming over there, their MPLS coming over there, example, and they want to have a secure environment. We are able to do that today and help them to extend their network to our cloud completely, which nobody from competition is able to offer. So today,
Mm.
enterprise customers, they need this. They want that is what they need right now. So this is something a broader level. Product level, of course, yes. When it comes to product, definitely I would say our product is as par, as good enough, having all the features what you want, what you would like to use.
Mm.
Example, possibly you would whatever you may use on a daily basis. Example, on a G Suite or an Office, you can use for IceWarp. There's nothing that stops you to using IceWarp and say, oh, sorry, I can't do this. It's there, it's fine, it's absolutely over there right now. So I would not say about product point of view more about. I would say these three things are major difference factor for us right now go to market.
All right. Now coming to the CIOs, customers, you said that the enterprise customers, even for the SMBs, that the advantage and the elasticity, I'll say that ISWAP offers, that you
Right,
need not to buy bundles and bundles of
right,
the storage space. Rather, you can manage.
right, right.
So is it the only challenge that the CIOs used to face or CIO is facing that you are solving, or there are certain other challenges that CIO is facing, which in the process you are also mitigating?
Okay. Well, yes. Uh, Managing is one aspect of it.
Hmm.
One biggest challenge today, compared to our competition, what we call right now, which we are able to mitigate, and the challenge
Hmm.
they are facing today, they end up having to go to multiple vendors, multiple
Hmm.
companies to build an ecosystem around email and collaboration. So, example, let's take email security. So for email security, you may have a G Suite or you may have Office, but you will still go and talk to Fortinet, FortiGate, Symantec, Trend Micro, Cisco, example. And you will have one more vendor. So that vendor has to work with this vendor right now. When you talk about mobile device management, a complete mobile device services, again, you have to go and talk to somebody like an AirWatch or IB Master, example.
Hmm.
Right? So let's take about email archival. So somebody may have to may have to go to hunt for a proper archival solution because the storage cost of these two products are not very expensive, because it's very expensive over there to archive your compliance data, because the data is in terabytes are there. So how do you archive data? So you have to go and find some third party, who can give you an archiving solution itself. So today our consumers, our customers today, when they come to IceWarp, they feel a good comfort, a very good comfort, because they are able to get everything bundled in different plans, different sizes, different price points for them right now. They do not have to. So we bring down the total TCO around the ecosystem of email collaboration down by 50%. The whole
Hmm.
and one vendor, one partner, one company, one team, because everything is ultimately interconnected. You can't. Otherwise, today people are facing a challenge. The mobile guy says, the MDM vendor says, it's not my problem, it's your email's problem. The email security guy says, it's not our problem, it's the email. So the customer is able to not get peace at one point. Today, no matter what we look at competition, IceWarp has made a big breakthrough right now, where we are able to bundle our plans, offer them in a manner that we believe that this customer of enterprise level would need these services, and they are completely bundled, integrated, hosted, managed, delivered by IceWarp today. So that complete element of the stress and coordination, communication, multi-vendor management, multi-ecosystem management is gone with IceWarp completely.
All right. How big, how effective? I mean, I'll ask straight in this case. Customer care service is the biggest challenge now with
Yes.
all the vendors. I'm not taking the names. All the big vendors, they have got customer care challenge, service challenge. I'm talking to whoever CIOs. I'm talking, they have got something or other against somebody, some company or other. So what is your focus on customer care? That's something which makes you different from others. You are saying that you are excellent. I also agree. You are excellent. Your team is excellent in relationship. But the similar relationship at the back end needs to be done also.
I would say this question is nice, tricky, good. But yes, every CEO has to face this question. And Sanjay rightly said, initially we had a lot of challenge because we grew very fast. We aspired to grow, but we never knew we could grow so fast. So we had our own set of challenges. So grown and growing is a different thing. IceWarp globally is grown. Of course, it has grown. But today, India is a new business, new baby. So we are trying to accommodate the Indian way. Because if you ask me today, Europe and US, the culture is simple. Write an email, write a ticket, and you get an answer back, and you'll be replied back. If I were to do that in India, I would be very, very happy. It's very easy to do that. India is not like that. India is simple. They will write an email, and the second thing, they will make a call also and say, I've sent an email to you. Please have a look. I want a solution. And if you want to hang up, he said, no, don't hang up. I want a solution. But the email has not come till now, to our example. So it brought the challenges to us. So we had to request our headquarters that we would need more headcount budget to be increased in India for support. And today, 58% or 55% of our staff strength is support only, Sanjay. Right now, what we have right now. I would say more. I think 60% of support, because we're still doing that. So yes, initially it was challenging, but we learned. I would like to take the opportunity of this forum right now to thank all the CIOs, all the CTOs, all the IT managers to really support us during those days when we were learning, unlearning both, and getting stabilizing, understanding how and what do we set up. So that was the year of like 2018, early and middle of that, and we learned it, we understood it. We never thought of a bigger office. Then we had to move to look at a bigger offices, to hire more people, run shifts 24/7, blah blah blah, all this thing. So that was that kind of perspective to look at. But along with this, we knew and we know that the only winning factor apart from the sales would be our service. Without service, it will never help us to survive, because relationship can only attract customer but cannot retain customer. To retain the customer, to retain the customer, we need to have the right service, because a CIO, CTO may have a good relation with us. Example, we may give the opportunity, but if his team down the level is not happy at all, either with the product, either with the response, or either with the service, any of the things would not make us retain the customer next year. And today for IceWarp, the kind of $1 million investment we have done in a data center right now in the Indian market, we need to ensure the customers are going to renew with our services every year and year. So we have a short revenue stream with us right now because of the money we invested right now. So having said so, we did a lot of emphasis on the support. I would say today, the internal SLA benchmarks, we are on a fair trip right now. We are on the 94 to 95% level of satisfaction ratio with the customer right now. Honestly, that is what we keep doing. We keep doing this regular surveys. We have a team in our office who keeps doing this regular interaction with customers, all kind of interactions. So we learned what would it take us to be successful in India in terms of service. So we opened the option for calling. You can call us, you can reach us, you can write to us, and we can help you. That is the message we gave to the CIO community very well, and they appreciate it because they can speak. Because with other competition, they can never speak to anybody in the OEM. They can only
Mm.
write an email, and otherwise you press 1, press 4, press 5, press 6, and you go lost in it. But with OEM like IceWarp, you can call, you can reach, you can escalate, and you know where it is right now. Where are you right now? Example, So you have OEM who's sitting in India, available. The management, the entire team of OEM of IceWarp is available right now in India to support the customer. That has made a big difference today. When people saw that, the people realize it, and that's what is helping us to grow also. So I think we did face an issue when we were growing very fast, rapidly, but it's we are able to with times we are able to adapt it and now put that in the right place.
Okay, you said that you are facing issue while you are growing rapidly. Aren't you growing rapidly now?
Oh yes, thanks Sanjay. Again to appreciate that I was silently. Yes, we're going rapid right now, but right now it's
Okay,
more of a structured growth. Like
okay.
today is more of a structured growth. We can anticipate. So we have so today we have an infrastructure in place right now who can take care of our growth immediately.
Hmm.
We have different departments right now. So we have we create more of departments with right now where it can be staggered. A problem can be staggered. Problem can be go into a different manner. Like ultimately it was coming in one head. But today we have different departments who can take care of this issue right now. So I would say
All right.
today we are structured than we were than before, basically, and we have the right systems also in place. Basically, I would tell you, Sanjay, a very important thing. Uh, I was in Dubai on 18th of March, and I came to India just for 2 days for work because our global CEO was going to come to Dubai for to meet our one of the biggest distributors in Dubai. So we had a meeting, and so I came to India for 2 days, and I
Hmm.
was to fly back to. I was going to fly to on Monday. It was a Friday. I came, and Monday I was going back to Dubai because my CEO Adam was going to fly to Dubai, and I got a call on Monday morning that from headquarters that you need to shut down India office immediately and ask people to work from home. And I said, why? Because the pandemic is there, and in Czech Republic, the emergency has been already announced. I said, fine, that is Czech Republic, this is India, and I was in Dubai. So when I was in Dubai in that week of March, I did see the sanitizers going away, masks going away from the supermarkets, and I said, it's okay, it's like just. And when I came to India and when I got a call that you locked down, and being a Europe company, we were told to lock it down, we lock it down. So uh, I called my team members, we canceled my tickets to Dubai. I was in Mumbai. I told my team, guys, don't worry, just some problem, something is there, just 1 or 2 weeks. And it's a March ending, quarter ending for us. So quarter ending, you
Hmm.
can imagine the pressure on quarter ending, right? So we had a town hall, and in a town hall, we said, everybody, don't worry, just matter of 2 weeks, we'll be back. In third week of April, we'll be back, don't worry about over there. So our systems were anyway always from day one, whatever investment we have done in terms of infrastructure we have, they were always readily available to work from home because of the culture we have worldwide. So what we did, we told people to take their desktops and just go because we thought it's just a matter of 2 weeks, we'll come back. So we actually had a work from home even before our Prime Minister Narendra Modi announced the lockdown. So a week before we were already working from home. Of course,
Hmm.
yes, the office was like open, but nobody was there. We were told because we told people not to come into the office obviously. And it was just smooth actually, Sanjay. Believe me, nobody even realized that our team was working from home. People were calling office numbers, doing landline numbers. So for us, it was just a very smooth transition. Only thing is that the effect that it's a lockdown only came when the lockdown was announced for us. So
Hmm.
I would say that our customer service team did a great job to ensure that the services were running fine. Uh, the response to customers was good on time, and we didn't have much escalations coming to us.
All right. Now you started this. I mean, we are obviously discussing in pandemic, amid this pandemic. It's still going on.
Right.
And when the lockdown happens for first 3 months, it was completely chaotic situation. I
Right.
mean, not many people were anticipating. Organizations were anticipating. Even the workers The IT workers, they didn't have proper wireless system at home, even PC system at home.
Right, absolutely.
So the IT leaders, CIOs, they had to ship many things. The PCs without configuration properly, dongles.
Right.
It must be a very difficult task for you as well in supporting them. In that challenging period, can you remember that what you did? What was their expectation? Must be very good job that you must have delivered, with for which they will definitely remember you.
Uh, how do I describe that? Describe that time, Sanjay. It was, I would say, it was one of the most. I can't say worst, but one of the most. Uh, those periods which you can't describe sometimes, because
Absolutely.
because you cannot imagine what was going on first of all around you,
Hmm.
and same time you had to ensure, like, safety of your people,
Hmm.
and also ensure the customers pain whatever they were having that moment had
Hmm.
to be balanced, had to be found a solution. So basically, when you work in a global company like ours, you have systems, ERP, CRM, like, nothing moves. You know how it works in MNC, right? You have
Hmm.
systems and everything works with system, basically. So we actually had to take a call. What do we do? And we had quickly we came to a decision that, first of all, any customer should not be getting panic. No customer should be asked to forced to give a purchase order for renewals. All renewals should be done smoothly. Just tell them, if it's possible for them to give us the purchase order, give us, is fine. One email is fine. One email also is okay with us. Payments are okay with us. So the most challenging for us was to maintain our cash flow. What we had to maintain our cash flow, maintain our systems. So the whole ecosystem of IceWarp was turned around to ensure that our customers are not panic. They are
Hmm.
not. They are not feeling. They're not feeling cornered down, cornered somewhere. Like, because email is a very, I would not say essential. I would say the essential service is a lifeline for the company. If email stops, it the company may have damages or have business losses for that purpose over there. So this was a very hard decision for us to allow. Uh, I would not say indefinitely, but allow to accommodate this to happen on all customers who called us for support. One, that is one. Second, we saw a immediate ramping up of email services. So as I mentioned in my earlier forums also, we have many customers whom we never thought that they don't use email for all employees. We thought they use email for all employees. Example, the BPO company was
Hmm.
shocking. IT
Hmm.
enabled companies, BPO companies, they never give email accounts to their employees because are hiring employees for customer processes, example, and customer processes, they have to have the PC, the internet, everything is completely policed over there. So they don't give an email account to their employees basically over there because they have a notice board. So we have got calls from our customers who are BPOs, IT company, calling us. We need immediately 5,000 mailboxes. We need 10,000 mailboxes immediately. And you said, why would you suddenly you were why? So they said, now we have to enable every employee with an email account at least 1 GB, so we can send an email communication, a payslip, or any corporate communication, HR communication, whatever we have to do. An example, we do not have this thing before, but now we have to do it. But this is there. So overnight, when they have to ramp up, they have to add, increase. Then we had a situation where people were having enabled all email users, their email storage started getting full because they were not downloading it. Now they were using from web client. Earlier they had an Outlook or something as a desktop download. Now they don't have option. So people were using online. The storage was getting full right now. We had a situation where people had a problem with their archiving. The data of archiving was growing because the emails are coming in on the flow. Suddenly the flow of emails increased a lot. So we ensure all our customers are not having any situation to worry about.
Hmm.
We said, don't worry, no problem at all. We will open a system, enable them for you right now, use it, temporary, whatever you want. So that is the first and foremost decision we took, that to support our customers at that moment, which were already our existing customers right now. And that is something we did for that quarter, that April, May, June quarter, which was there because there was no idea what's going on. So at least to help whatever is
Hmm.
happening. And it was practical. We were not anywhere working from office. They could not go to office. How, and approvals and people, somebody had a COVID issue. So all that, so we had to understand and make sure this is not affected to them. One. Second, for new customers who want to come on board, it was
Hmm.
challenge because they don't know us, we don't know them, but they got to know about us and they want to come on board with us right now. Now, how to enable them? Because if you are having a running office and you have, example, let's take 100 people working in the building, example, one floor, to change email services, to migrate the email services is very easy because it's very, very easy. But now
Hmm.
people are working from their home right now. The machines are not there. How to do the configuration? How to change the configuration right now? How to tell them? It's a challenge, but we have to help them. The companies, they want to help them right now, example. So all this, we tried our best that it is easy. We are able to make it easy for them to migrate. No loss of data, no loss of information is there. We can assure them over there. We tried. So as an OEM, we also got involved. Usually the OEM tells the partner, okay, this partner A, partner B will work for you. Now they pick up the order and give it to the partner A to do the last leg of work, right? Migration. In these cases, we took the ownership. We work closely. We are working with our partners. We were ensuring that these partners doing right job, good job, and companies and customers do not have any problem over there. So as the OEM, we came in the front line. We were working with the partners on the field with the customers, assuring them that we are as OEM there with you, helping you on ground with you.
And same time period, we had a survey around the channel partners, and the survey had said that I think most of the companies, 95% of the channel partner, they didn't have any business.
Yeah,
So the survey said that their business has gone down by 90% for many partners. I cannot specify what was the exact number,
yeah,
but it was there. So they, at that point of time, they also had a problem. They needed support from the OEMs. They got also from many of the OEMs. Was there any program that you had supporting them?
yeah. So basically, as for customers, we also got requests from partners because we understood afterwards, like through a conversation that partners would be hit on the cash flow badly. Their cash flow
Hmm.
would be hit very badly. The first thing was the cash flow because the
Hmm.
payments would not come on
Yeah,
time because they would not get payment on time right now. So the first and foremost request of every partner or the scenario was how to help them to manage their cash flow from ISO perspective. So
obviously.
we went ahead and we gave an offer like okay, all the renewals money you can take it, you can use it, you can use for your business right now, and whatever payment terms you have, those payment terms are extended now by a couple of weeks, extra couple of weeks over there, so you are having that cash in your hand to use over there. That is
Hmm.
how we help them to manage their cash flow issues. That is the point number one. Point number two, they had customers, the new customers where they got us. Uh, we knew these customers do not want to use IceWarp right now, but they want to use our video conferencing solution right now because video conferencing was free at that moment. We launched the video conferencing free over there. So no matter what, we know that we still allowed them to use our platform for non-ISO customers, use our video conferencing free of cost, instead of like, Zoom or something else. So because we launched it as a beta version on our website and it was given to our partners and customers. They went ahead and they enabled their customers. They were using this platform without any charges with us over there. So all the schemes, all the benefits we were rolling out by one as soon as we were getting on the ground information, what is that is required over there.
All right, we have a couple of more questions. One of them is that you just launched one product, which is called Deepcast Gen 2. What is the roadmap of that product? What is the roadmap of your company for next 5 years, and growth strategy, if you can a little bit highlight on that?
Okay. So Gen 2 Deep Castle. So Deep Castle is the ISOP new mantra. And we had Gen 1 launch. Today was the Gen 2 launch. And we
Hmm.
have Gen 3 coming up towards the end of Jan or February first week. So this all Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3, 4, all this Deep Castle, the philosophy behind this is basically bring collaboration as much as possible
Hmm.
into one dashboard. So we are changing the face of email Outlook. Example, Outlook means how do you look at your email today? When you wake up in the morning, when you log into or when you log into your email account, what do you want to see? Do you want to see your emails first, Or do you want to understand what's going on around me right now? Who has contacted you? Who has wrote to you right now? What is the pending of work right now? So how do you spend your day right now? That intelligence, the artificial intelligence part of it is getting built up into the Deep Castle platform, basically. So when you log in today, you would no more see your own inbox assigned. You will see a nice, lovely dashboard. You go there and the dashboard shows you, hey, hi Sanjay, good morning. What's input today for your example? So you see, okay, fine. I have so many meetings. I have this, I have that. I can plan it. Somebody sent a request to you and you didn't reply somebody example. So the artificial intelligence part of it, we are bringing element over here that is a baseline we're getting over here. One is that baseline. The second most important factor, what we are trying to get over here into the Deep Castle is, we believe, as I mentioned before, the IceWarp vision is about that emails are going to be less and collaboration, Teams chat will be the more and more place where people will spend more time actually, and we actually have started seeing that in our company, in a world of, we're seeing that actually. So why would you write an email, a big email, like formal email, dear Pramod, Bab? You would simply go on Teams chat, write, hey, hi, is this done? I would say, oh, it's not done. Example, you got the idea. Okay, if I have the file, I can just send the file like to you, like a WhatsApp example. You get it immediately. So why would you use email so much? Example, you got the idea. So having said so, the next versions are going to the Gen 3 will be having something like a video email.
Okay.
So very soon we'll be launching a video email concept. You will have an entire video email coming to you, and you can just look at the video and understand what should be done, and you can reply back over here. So we are trying to understand where the human mankind is going to ultimately, who is the user, human mankind users, particularly how will they start working? How will they open a laptop? How will they go into the email account tomorrow? How will they look at this? So it will be, I would say the word email probably may not die, but may fade somewhere in the future. It will not be remain as it is in the future. It will go somewhere tomorrow.
Right. Absolutely.
So that is where the vision of Deep Castle is going over there. That is where we are going going towards. That is the roadmap to move that direction.
And you said that video messaging,
video
mails coming from one part to another.
Right.
So what are the bandwidth? It consumes a lot of bandwidth, a lot of data also.
Right. So
what is the technology behind it? Is super compression technology that makes it easy to available? What is it?
So today, if you look at IceWarp video conferencing solution today, we are using a very low amount of compression technology where it compresses a lot of data. You can have on a dongle or a USB or a Wi-Fi, wherever it's low bandwidth. You can have video call. You can have a video call with us right now on a video conferencing platform. So it works very well. So that is anyway getting carried. That same philosophy is getting carried forward in that technology also over here.
All right. Any plan, any forecast you have for 5 years down the line in terms of growth? I mean, you said 3 years that you will be doubling it.
I would say 5 years during COVID times looks like a luxury for us nowadays. I think
another era.
Another era. I think so. Lot will change. A lot will change in. I would say next 2 years. A lot will change. It will change a lot. The way we live also will change a lot. And I think some people may continue to live the way it is because they feel it's fine. Why not? And some people may not. Some people may go back to their old ways. Example. So I think for IceWarp, it's a very exciting time that whatever ideas we had before and we were propagating before to customers, to use team chat, use collaboration, work on collaboration, basically, they had it with them. They never used it to the best optimum extent, maybe. But today it's used widely. The optimum utilization is there. The benefits are there today. So I would say for us, I think for us, what matters that, we keep on investing money timely in our infrastructure services. So to ensure that we are having the best of infrastructure available at multiple locations. So, example, we have third data center coming up in India right now. I would say we may have a couple of more of them. So in each city in India, like to ensure the local latency is very, very high because that plays a very important role. Very, very important role. A Delhi guy, if he has to use a data center of Mumbai, there's a lag of at least 20 seconds. 20 milliseconds is not big actually, but 20 milliseconds for a video call or for collaboration is big. So our goal ultimately to spread our data center cloud services, what we have right now, into each city, which is having the high density of requirement over there. Example, like so we are more nearer, more closer, more faster, more easier accessible to our customers in each region in India. That's what I think we believe, and that's what the step we are moving forward right now from here. In terms of growth, definitely we see a fantastic growth coming up because the innovation is lined up, and innovation is absolutely matching to the requirements, which are upcoming requirements of the market, and which are also not today known to people, but we may be required tomorrow. So we are there. We'll be there over there. I think so. Next 3 years is exciting. The 5 years journey was great, I would say, and this 3 years, because we know what we can expect, is going to be exciting.
Right. May I ask you the last one, that you are handling a large territory, Middle East, Africa, India also. In next 2 3 years, can you expect that ISWA becoming number one in any of the countries? Not necessarily India or UAE. There are other countries that you are handling also.
Correct. So I would say it's a simple game that is going on. I would say it's a game which you play, and
Okay.
the stakes keep changing, high or low. Someday you're high, someday you're low, someday you're high, someday you're low. So I think I would rather focus on how much are we doing the penetration, where are we penetrating, how much are we penetrating right now, are we in the right place, the right time? That is what our focus is going to be always. I think number one, number two doesn't matter right now. It matters that are we at
Okay.
the right place, at the right time, and we strike the deal. That's what important, and that is what our focus is right.
All right. Thank you very much sparing so much of time. Stay safe.
Thanks, Sanjay, and thanks CIOTV for this opportunity to come on board and share my thoughts and views. And I'm happy to contribute whatever we are doing today, which will be beneficial for the viewers. And we are there to help anybody, everybody, assist anybody, everybody on the IceWarp platform. So thanks a lot once again, Sanjay, for your time. Pleasure being here. Thank you so much.